In this video, we're going to go over how to make a list and view criteria by making a list in Property Radar. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we're in the arbitrage setting. We're going to go ahead and, we can do either one of these, property search, foreclosure search, or transfer search. We're going to go ahead and do foreclosure search just for an example here. On every single one, you guys will go to search options. Okay, and then certain tabs will come up here, and these are our criteria for our list. So we're going to go ahead and clear all. Let's go ahead and say we're making a notice of default list. So a notice of default is a pre-foreclosure. Okay, if we're making a notice of sale list, it would be an auction. If we want to see what properties are bank owned, we look at bank owned. If we want to see what properties have been sold to a third party, we would go to third party. If we want to see which auctions have been canceled, we'll go ahead and hit canceled here. So we're going to go ahead and choose notice of default. In our notice of default list, we're going to go ahead and set a date range. We're going to go ahead and hit anybody that's been that has been given a notice of default from 60 days ago. So 60 days plus 120 days. So 120 plus 60 is 180 days. And that's how we're going to go ahead and hit that. That's going to be our criteria for our sell date. We can go to a location. We're going to hit California. Let's do Alpine County. Okay. We can go ahead and narrow it down to cities, zip code, street names. We don't really do that, but you could. Property details. We're going to go ahead and clear all. We're going to go ahead and collect single family properties. Right, these are only houses. You can hit condos if you'd like. We're not going to do that. We're going to hit multifamily, 2 to 4 unit dwellings. So, 2 to 4 unit apartments per se. You can go ahead and narrow it down here as beds, bath, square footage, anything here. Owner occupied, if it's owner occupied, if they have the same mailing address, if they live within the same county, if it's their primary address, which means they're living at it. We're not going to do that. We're going to go to value and equity, our estimated value. So we want to target anything worth under 800,000, let's say, in this county. So it's going to give us every property that's in notice of default within our sell date range under $800,000. We want to make sure that they have 30% or more equity. This allows us to purchase the property with equity. Okay, so we're going to put 30% there. We're going to go to more, and we want to make sure they're not listed for sale. Okay, so depending on the criteria that your supervisor or anyone gives you, that's how you're going to go ahead and go into a sheet or a Property Radar to make a new list under Save Searches. So you're going to enter your criteria that your supervisor gives you in here, and you can go ahead and hit save current search. Oh, let's go. We actually have to search it first. So let's go ahead and search it. There is no one in Alpine County that is in notice of default, which is crazy. Let's go ahead and let's choose a new county. Let's go ahead and choose, let's say El Dorado. Okay. We'll hit search again. See if anybody comes up. There are 23 properties in notice of default under 800,000 in El Dorado. So we can go ahead and hit save now. Save current search. And you would go ahead and name your search whatever you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and name it test. You would save it. And if you go to your save searches, you're going to see that that test search is now created. So we go to save searches, and you're going to see that the test search is here. We'll go ahead and delete that out. Perfect. We'll go ahead and do one for property search. We'll go to search options. We'll go to location. California. Let's do El Dorado County as well again. Go to property details. We want to look at single family housing and multifamily. They're going to give you the advanced option to, if you wanted to look at mobile homes or, commercial properties, industrial properties. We're not going to go ahead and hit that, but we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's say we want only people living in the house. So their primary address, the owner is going to be living in the property. We'll put yes and yes. Value, we want to look at, let's say, anything under 400,000. with, let's say, 50% equity, and that's not for sale. Let's go ahead and hit search. So there are 3,800 people that fall within our criteria. And we would go ahead and hit save current search, and we can go ahead and hit test again and save it. We go to our transfer searches, we can go back to make sure that our search was saved, and you're going to see that it was under property search. So go ahead and delete that one out. We can go back and we can go to transfer search, go back to search options. So the transfer will be whatever the criteria that your supervisor tells you. Let's go ahead and do trustees deed third party within the last 30 days. We'll go ahead and do California. We'll choose Alameda County. Property details, let's do single family and multifamily. We'll do anything under 800,000. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's for sale or not for sale because it's already been sold. So go ahead and hit search. So there's been 3 that have been sold within the last 30 days within our criteria. We'd hit save current search. Go ahead and enter the name for your save search. Go back to make sure that it was saved, and it was. Perfect. Okay, that's how you go ahead and make a new list in a Property Radar with the criteria that your supervisor tells you, and also how you go ahead and alter criteria in Property Radar. Perfect. Thank you, guys.